viewers, and welcome back to the Self-Made Auto Channel. So we still got the 05 Honda CRV up on the lift. We just got done changing the passenger side rear wheel bearing. If you haven't seen that, look in the description box for the link to that video. I also mentioned in that video that the vehicle needs new tires and front pads and rotors. Mrs. O says, you should record changing the tires. I said, that's kind of silly. Nobody wants to watch me change tires. We'll see. First thing first, I just do it all kind of in a little assembly line. Yank the cores out, pull the weights off. So in case you've never seen them, these are wheel weight pliers. They grip the bottom of the weight, and then hopefully if they work, they go in a little hole on top of the weight. If I didn't have them upside down like a rookie, I thought they weren't working too well. And then they grip like that, and then you rip it off the rim. Now these are little finger biters, because if you have your digits in there, then it slips off, and then it pinches, and then you swear, and then, well, you know the rest. A lot of times these are pretty corroded on there. I find if you peel them away from the wheel first and then back off like that, they work pretty well. But they will get you. You gotta be careful setting wheels down like that, because if the face of the wheel sticks out, you bang them on the concrete. Now these wheels aren't that fancy, but still, they're not yours, so have a little bit of respect. That wheel has a no weights. And then we'll pop the center caps out over right here. Very gingerly. Tap it from the back side, I like to say. Pop them out. And then that's it. At this point, I like to go through and just break the beads on all the tires. Now, if they have tire pressure sensors, be careful. Do not break it at the valve stem. This is what they call a tilt back tire changer. This is a Ranger R23 ST, I believe is the model. And we are using the plastic duckbill. Again, if I had a TPMS sensor, you'd be starting at the valve stem so you didn't snap it off. And that's it. Now these have rubber stems, so I take it, chop them on the bottom. Now if the wheel is really nice and fancy, you gotta be careful pulling them out. I do have a valve stem pulling apparatus. I like to use the side cutters, they work quite well. And just grab it and yank it out. These things cost about 20 cents. There's no sense in trying to reuse it. And if my dad ever caught you taking apart a tire, not putting in a valve stem, we'd have one of them father-son talks. I clean out the corrosion where the valve stem goes, And if you want to come back, don't clean the wheel. But nobody likes comebacks. So I fire up the old Makita. And we give it a polish. That one wasn't too corroded. I've seen a lot worse. We will pop in the new valve stem. This is a valve stem installer. This is the nylon one. So it doesn't mar up the wheel. It's kind of flexible. It hasn't broke yet. We'll give it a little bit of lube. A non-water based lube that has corrosion inhibitors in it. At least that's what it says on the jug. Tastes a little funky. And then I use Fry Lube. Everybody always asks what this is. Of course you can't see the container because this is an old container because I buy it in the big pail, like the little yellow one down there, and transfer it to here. And then use a regular Glide applicator, I believe is the technical term for that little fella. And we go around the wheel. And this keeps it from getting corroded for the entire life of the tire. You can't overdo it, have big gobs, so I usually start on the inside. That way if it comes out the bead, it doesn't get all over the side of the car or side of the tire. See what I'm saying? And you go like so. And then we got to go get the new tires. Set the new tire up there. Now if the rim is really nice, don't set the tire up there and start wiggling it around. We'll lubricate it. These tires are non-directional. They're not asymmetrical, so it does not matter what side goes out. Some tires are, so you have to have two lefts, two rights, or this side out on an asymmetrical tire. Down in the drop center. Oh. And then blow it up. Oh, it's gonna splash. Oh, not too bad, not too bad. We now need to balance the wheel, get the appropriate size center cone. The spring. We're using the Coach 1250 with laser beam. And it has the EB option for economy balance. Something Coach came out with a long time ago. It's like the regular 1250s, it's just different programming. Where it technically calculates to use less weight. I never use the EB portion of it. Stick our wheel up here. It is important that the face of the wheel, where it meets the face of the drive motor, is corrosion free. The weights are already missing. We already took them off. However, this wheel is full of dirt. So we need to clean that out. Now if this was a fancy wheel, you'd want to hose it out. But it's not. It's a dirt road driver. So now we need to measure the offset. 2.7 inches, 16-inch wheel. It automatically calculates the measurements. We'll measure the width of the wheel so it can make its calculation of how much weight it's going to need. This is a 7-inch wheel. Some of the machines have sonar in the hood, so when you close the hood, it takes the width measurement. We'll let it spin. We're doing a dynamic balance, weight on both sides. brings up our left plane, right plane, and our static balance for us all at once. These wheels are Japanese. They use an FN style weight. 150 and a 1. Line her up. Give it a spin. Perfect. Well, there you have it, folks. Mounting and balancing the tires for the Honda. Pretty standard procedure. The only thing that changes sometimes are the really low profile tires, like the 30 and 40 aspect ratio tires. They can be a little bit of a pain. You use different portions of the machine to, push the bead down in the drop center. Some wheels you actually have to mount upside down because of the way the wheel is built, and some wheels you clamp from the outside, some you clamp from the inside. A couple different things. Like I said, I know the video is kind of boring, kind of cheesy, so that's why I'm going to give you guys some bonus footage. I pointed there like there's going to be something on the screen. You guys are eyeing up this little fella. So this time of year I get a lot of lawnmower tires. If you want to see how I change these little guys, click through to the next video. In the meantime, questions, comments, criticisms, concern in the comment box below. And just remember, viewers, if I can do it, you can do it. Thanks for watching.